السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. My brother and sister with SunnahFollowers, inshallah Rabbil Alameen, Monday 7 o'clock, we're going to speak about the most important topic after Shahada. After Shahada, we're going to study a book, Arabic and English. The most great books for everyone want to imitate Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Salah. And this Salah, صفة صلاة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من التكبير إلى التسليم كما ترى. And here, صفة, that is description of Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم from make Allahu Akbar until Salam as you see it. And Sheikh Al-Albani, Allah give rahmah to him, he published this book actually, and he teach this book. Many shuyukh teach the book. I was actually teaching this book. I teach this book actually in Texas. We'd love to do it in SunnahFollowers, inshallah, and all social media to teach. Why? Because we're gonna imitate Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, especially in Salah. And these two books, the book actually, one book actually, is online. You can get it. I'm gonna read and we're gonna explain the book more than the practice the book. We're going to practice the book, inshallah. May Allah guide us and increase our knowledge, all of us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
The Maqasidic Tafsir.
Where should I begin when I'm starting at the end? Pursuing the higher aim, learning the meaning of every page. Where should I begin when I'm starting at the end?
Another addition to your Islamic education, Maqasidic Tafsir, Healing and Governance, the transformative path of Sabah as-Tiwal, written by Dr. Karim Abuzaid. Join Ustadha Laila Nasheeba every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:30 p.m., streaming all major platforms, channel SunnahFollowers. Ibrahim, planting the Tree of Tawheed, a Maqasidic insight by Dr. Karim Abuzaid. Join us on Saturdays and Sundays, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, with your host, Ustadha Laila Nasheeba, streaming on all major platforms, channel SunnahFollowers.
Ina alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulullah. I'd like to welcome everybody to our Maqasidic Tafsir class. And this is the class whereas we are studying from the book written by Dr. Karim Abuzaid entitled The Maqasidic Tafsir of Surat Ibrahim. This is based on the chapter of the Quran entitled Surat Ibrahim, which tells the story of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam and how he called not only his people, but his entire country, the people of his entire country, to Tawheed, to belief in the oneness of Allah. But of course, out of the entire country, only two people responded, and that was his wife and his nephew, who became a prophet known as Lot. And this is a great chapter of the Quran because it's a great example as to how Prophet Abraham put Allah before everyone, before his family, before his country, because he was faced with many challenges. He was faced by faced with many challenges from tyrants, from oppressors, but he remained true to Allah. And many of you face challenges similar to his when you convert upon Islam. You convert to this beautiful way of life. The challenges of your family, the challenges of your friends, your co-workers, Oftentimes you feel like you're a stranger. You feel as if you're alone. You experience that strangeness that he felt, yet he remained true to his mission. How many of us remain true? You know, this chapter of the Quran speaks about how we have to go through the process of planting the seeds of belief within our hearts, the seeds of belief in Allah and his oneness, putting him above everyone and everything else. Either you're planting the seeds of belief or you're planting the seeds of disbelief within your heart. And that's what we focused on as we began the journey of verses 24 through 41 of this amazing chapter of the Quran. What type of tree are you planting in your heart? What type of soil are you using to nourish the seeds that you plant? So let's continue this amazing journey tonight. And let me put up on the screen the PowerPoint. For those of you who are not watching me on YouTube, please open up a tab on your cell phone to YouTube and go to my channel SunnahFollowers, so you can see the PowerPoint that I'm getting ready to put up on the screen. And let me place that PowerPoint up now, because I'm going to start off with a quiz just to update us on what we discussed yesterday. Because yesterday we began discussion of the two trees. Either you're planting a tree of Tawheed or a tree of Shirk within your heart. Okay, and this is the book that we're studying from, Planting the Tree of Tawheed. This book can be purchased on Amazon. For those of you who have not yet bought the book is only $14.95. The book is written by Dr. Karim Abuzaid. He has his PhD in the science of the Quran, the Maqasidic science of the Quran. And that's a picture of Dr. Karim Abuzaid. He's traveling through the United Kingdom right now, doing conferences on this book and others that he has just put out on the Maqasidic interpretation of the Quran. For those of you living in the United Kingdom, make sure that you guys attend his lectures if you are able to. They might be of benefit to you, and you can get to meet him and let him know that you have been attending my classes on his books. He'll be glad to hear that. Okay, especially this one, which is my favorite. Okay, and tonight we're going to continue our discussion of verses 24 through 41, and we're going to continue to focus on the parable of the two trees, mainly the tree of Tawheed. And I'm going to start us off with a quiz over what we discussed yesterday. We talked about the parable that Allah gives us in verse 24 of the two trees. Allah says two trees, one tree is good and one tree is evil. Allah says the good tree is rooted upon what? Who can remember? What is the good tree soil rooted upon? Who can tell us? When Allah mentions... Okay, we got... go ahead for the Zoom room. What was your answer in Zoom?
The kalima, la ilaha illallah.
Okay, she said the kalima, which is la ilaha illallah. Mina, what did you say?
I said the same thing.
Okay. So what basically, when we say la ilaha illallah, what basically is that referring to?
Tawheed.
Very good. Tawheed. Tawheed. When we say that the La ilaha illallah, what does that mean in English? Tell us what that means in English. Can somebody tell us what, when you say the statement La ilaha illallah, what are you saying in English? What does that mean in English?
Worthy of worship but Allah.
Okay, you're saying in English, there is no deity worthy of worship other than Allah. So you're basically testifying to the oneness of Allah in regards to worship. And that's what Tawheed means in English. Tawheed means there's no deity worthy of worship other than Allah. What does the word kalima mean in English? Anisa, you said kalima. Anisa, give us the meaning of the Arabic term kalima. I want y'all to know the meaning of these Arabic terms when y'all use them, so that Arabic people won't make fun of you. What does the Arabic term kalima mean? Also, Fatima, you type kalima too. What does kalima mean? Kalima is a sentence. That one word is a 10-word sentence. So when I say kalima, what am I saying in English?
You're asking her?
I'm asking Anisa, the person that used it. I want y'all, when y'all use Arabic terms, you better know what you're saying, because Arabs will make fun of you, and non-Arabs will too nowadays.
I'm going to say I don't know then, because I only knew it as the kalima is just saying that there's only one God.
That's not what kalima is saying.
That's not what it means.
That's not what it's saying, and that's not what it means.
Never knew the meaning. I never knew it then.
Okay, what does kalima mean? Anybody?
It's a testimony of faith?
No, that's not what it means either. What is the testimony? What word means testimony of faith? See how y'all use Arabic, and now you see why Arabic people make fun of you. Instead of them correcting you, which is what they should do, what they should do is correct you. But instead, the ignorant ones make fun of you. What is the testimony of faith? What is the Arabic term that we use as the testimony of faith?
Shahada?
Shahada. Shahada is the Arabic term that means testimony of faith. What is kalima? I talked about kalima's meaning yesterday. What does kalima mean? It doesn't mean shahada. Shahada means testimony of faith.
Allah's oneness?
No,
no.
What does the word kalima mean? Okay, we're going to talk about that again today. That kalima is an Arabic word that means word with meaning. That's what it means. Word that has a meaning. That's what it means in English. A word that has a meaning. Kalima means a word that has a meaning. Yep. Word that has a meaning. That's what that translates to mean. A word that has a meaning. So be careful how y'all use that Arabic terminology. That's why I don't use it with you guys. I use English with y'all. I don't use Arabic with y'all, because if I use Arabic with y'all and use it the correct way, y'all be like, what? What? Yeah, y'all use these words really crazy. And that's why these Arabs make fun of you instead of correcting you. All right? Because guess what? Arabs don't speak Fusha either. They don't speak Arabic either. They speak slang. Okay? They don't know what they be saying either half the time. All right? So, Tawheed, the good tree, is rooted upon Tawheed. Tawheed, which refers to the belief in the oneness of Allah. That one word there means belief in the oneness of Allah. What does shirk referred to in English? What does that mean in English? This is another Arabic term y'all should know the meaning of. And it means more than one thing too. What does shirk mean? Y'all should know what that word means because we talk about it all the time. What does the word shirk mean? Give me the transliteration in English of shirk. Come on, it means
associating partners with Allah. And also on worshiping other than Allah.
And come on, what does shirk mean? Come on, y'all.
Falsehood, untruth.
Okay, shirk is an Arabic term that refers to associating partners with Allah and disbelief in Him. It also means to disbelieve in Him. Remember, I did the class on the sins of disbelief, the sins of shirk. Shirk refers to disbelief. Shirk refers to association. Okay, shirk has a lot of different meanings, but basically to disbelieve in Allah, to associate, good job, Rainia, to disbelieve, to associate partners with. The Arabic is nothing like English. Like I tell you guys, one Arabic word can mean 100 different things depending on how it's used in a sentence. Y'all understand that? Be careful how you use these Arabic terms. So, the good tree that we talked about yesterday, the good tree and the parable of the two trees. Allah speaks about the good tree and the evil tree. Allah speaks about how the good tree is rooted upon the soil of Tawheed, which is belief in Him and His oneness, and how there is no deity other than Him that's worthy of worship. Whereas the evil tree is rooted upon the soil of shirk, or association of partners with Him, or disbelief in Him. Okay? That's why I teach y'all in English, so y'all don't get it twisted. All right, when y'all play the Arabic game, I'm gonna have y'all break it down. All right. Okay, next question. What is the slogan or the founding statement of Islam? Who can answer that question? What is the slogan or the founding statement of Islam? Every Muslim on planet Earth should know this answer. But if I were to ask the average Muslim, be he or she Arabic or non-Arabic, they wouldn't be able to answer. I'm getting ready to ask all of you, who can tell me what is the slogan or the founding statement of Islam? People in Bigo, besides Mina, do you have an answer? Brother Qasim. Brother Qasim. Qasim Ali. What is the slogan or the founding statement of Islam? Brother Qasim. What is the slogan or the founding statement of Islam? Get in the box and give me your answer, Brother Qasim. Okay.
Can we answer?
People in Zoom, what is the slogan or the founding statement of Islam? Go ahead.
That there's no God but Allah, and that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is his last messenger.
And say it in Arabic now, because that one you should know in Arabic.
That La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Okay, what do you guys think about her answer? What do you guys think about her answer? She said the slogan or the founding statement of Islam is La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Do you guys agree with her? That's a statement that you should know in Arabic. Every Muslim should know that in Arabic and know its meaning in Arabic and say it in Arabic. You should know that in Arabic and always say it in Arabic. What do y'all think? Y'all agree? Yes.
I agree with her.
That is the slogan of Islam. The slogan of Islam is La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. That's our founding statement. You know how we talked about how every company, every business, every organization, every kafir, every non-Muslim, they all have their slogans. Well, our slogan is La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. That slogan never gets old. That slogan never changes. That slogan can never be tweaked like some of these famous speakers today are trying to do. They're trying to tweak it. They're trying to change it. They're trying to bend it. They're trying to blend it. Well, it can never be bent. It can never be blended. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. That's the slogan of Islam. That's the founding statement of Islam. It always will be. It will be the statement that will be spoken when we enter into paradise too. Y'all understand that? It will be the statement that will cause the trees of paradise to grow for you. It will be the statement that will get you through the hardships of life. It's the statement that can determine if you end up in paradise or hell. It's the statement that can determine what your ending will be. That's our statement. Okay? If we remember that statement more, if we say it more, we'd be a better people. But instead, we've adopted other statements instead. It shouldn't be free Palestine. That shouldn't be the statement. That shouldn't be your statement. It shouldn't be Black Lives Matter. That shouldn't be your statement. I'm sorry. Your statement should be La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. That's the statement. Until we understand that and stop all the other slogans, we will never have victory as a nation. The companions didn't walk around with no other slogans. Umar didn't walk around with no flags and banners saying, "Free the Quraysh." The companions didn't walk around with no flags of Mecca talking about "Free the Quraysh." They didn't walk around protesting with flags of the Ansar saying "Free the Ansar." Their slogan was La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, and they only pulled out that flag when they was on the battlefield fighting for the freedom. They didn't walk around with flags at all. They walked around with their hands raised in dua. They only pulled out the La ilaha illallah flag when they were in jihad. And that flag was black, which meant we getting ready to kick butt and take names later. We better get back to those days. Take those slogans, take those other fake statements, flush them down the toilet. Muslims, get back to the founding slogan. Get back to the founding statement of Islam. Oh, yeah. Last question. And that's the Shahada. The meaning of the Shahada, we also talked about yesterday, is anchored in which 2 chapters of the Quran? Allah speaks about the meaning of La ilaha illallah all throughout the Quran. But it's anchored in 2 main chapters. What are those 2 main chapters? Who can remember? What are the 2 main chapters? The first one should be easy for you because that's the chapter that develops your belief.
One chapter is, first chapter is Al-Baqarah, and then Surah Zora, I'm not sure if I can say it. Zora.
Zukhruf.
I need to see the Arabic. Yeah.
Zukhruf.
Jufra.
Okay, do you guys agree with her answer? Yes, that's correct. Good job, Sister Fatima. Those 2 chapters, and Anissa, those 2 chapters anchor it. Surat Baqarah and Al-Zukhruf. Those are the 2 chapters that anchor La ilaha illallah. Okay, so that's what we spoke about. That summarizes what we basically spoke about yesterday, about the importance of Tawheed. Okay, planting the tree of Tawheed. Now today, we're gonna go into detail. So make sure you guys have me up. For those of you who are don't have me, not watching me on YouTube, that you open up a tab on YouTube now so you can see the PowerPoint, because now we're going to talk about the parable. Because remember, we talked about how Allah speaks to the soul through the Quran. We're going to talk about the parable that guides the soul. And by guiding the soul, that helps us to plant the tree of Tawheed within the heart. Listen to this parable that guides the soul. Allah says in the interpretation of the meaning, a good word is like a good tree. Its root is firm and its branches reach the sky. Here you can see again, the Quran speaks in parables, not to entertain you, but instead to awaken your heart. And in this chapter Ibrahim, Allah offers us a vision of faith, not by using abstract theology, but by using an image of a tree that's deeply rooted and nourished and strong and high, that reaches the sky. Okay? The journey of faith, it mirrors the growth of a tree. And in the life of the prophet Ibrahim, alayhi salam, we can find a living blueprint to help cultivate and develop and nourish our faith from the time it is a seed until it grows up strong to the sky. So there are 7 steps. When you read this chapter of the Quran, there are 7 steps that provide a roadmap for every heart that is seeking to plant the seed of Tawheed and to nourish it into this legacy that will help it to attain paradise. We're going to go over those steps today. So I want you guys to pay attention and take screenshots. The first step is you have to clear the ground. You have to prepare the soil of your heart. In other words, you have to cleanse your heart, because you cannot plant a seed in concrete. So you have to cleanse your heart. The heart must be made ready, just like a farmer that's tilling the land. You have to remove the weeds, remove the rocks that stand in the way of it growing. If your heart is hardened, you have to make it softer, okay? You have to cleanse your heart of arrogance, for example. There's a lot of us that think that we don't need any guidance. Oh, I don't need to learn. I know my religion. How many of you know Muslims who say, I don't need to listen to her. I don't need to learn from her. She ain't teaching me nothing. I know my religion. That's pride. That's arrogance. Oh, or I'll learn later. I'll learn from her later. Okay? You have to cleanse your heart of arrogance. Cleanse your heart of pride, or maybe jealousy, especially for the women. Do you know how many of us women suffer with jealousy? Oh, I don't want to learn from her. Who she thinks she is? She ain't better than I am. She don't know more than me. So we have to cleanse our heart of pride, cleanse our heart of arrogance, cleanse our heart of jealousy. This is how we prepare the ground so we can plant the seed of Tawheed. Or blind imitation. I was raised a different way. Who is she to think she can tell me about my religion? I was raised better. I was raised upon the religion. I know my religion. So we have to clean our heart, prepare the soil, ridding it of all those bad, evil emotions that can stand in the way of the soil of our heart, nourishing the seed. And just as the soil must be softened, we have to also humble the heart. And how do we humble our heart? By acknowledging our need to have Allah in our lives. There's a lot of people out there that think that they don't need Allah. I don't need Allah. What do I need Allah in my life for? I got money. I got a husband, I got children, I got everything I need. I don't need God in my life. What do I need Allah for? I don't need Allah to tell me nothing. Everything's going good for me. So we have to be open to correction. A lot of us think that we're doing nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me smoking cigarettes. There's nothing wrong with me cursing. There's nothing wrong with me doing the things I do. So we have to be open to correction from the Quran. We have to cleanse our heart of this arrogance, believing that there's nothing wrong with us committing sins. We have to also remove the bad habits that we're doing. And we have to also be able to reflect upon ourselves and be willing to change the condition of ourselves. We have to be able to accept the reality that we're not perfect, that we do need to change. And we have to realize the importance of making dua. We have to ask Allah to remove the weeds from our heart. We have to ask Allah to soften our heart, to make us people of dignity, people of humility. We have to be willing to ask Allah to make us people who are ready to accept His light, His truth.
Will you suck my cock?
Oh.
You suck cock?
So the first step in preparing the soil of the heart is to clear the ground. To clear the ground, prepare the soil of your heart by cleansing it of all the filthy things, those bad emotions that are in the heart that stand in the way of it. Okay? And then the second step, once you cleanse the heart of those bad emotions and things that stand in the way of you planting the seed, then you can plant the seed of Tawheed in the heart. Because no tree of faith will grow without a seed. And in order for the tree of faith to grow, you have to have knowledge. So once you plant the seed, you have to get busy learning your religion. And that's why I tell you guys, as students, you have to be regular and consistent in learning this religion. You can't just come to these classes once a year or once a month. You have to come to these classes every day, because your personal jinn never sleeps. Shaitan never sleeps. You're going to have to be on your A game every day, because Shaitan never sleeps. Your personal jinn is going to do everything in its power to take you back to that dark place that you were in before you planted that seed. So you're going to have to be consistent in learning this religion the correct way. You're going to have to be consistent and make it your priority to get to these classes. Just like you make it a priority to go to work. Just like you make it a priority to go to the Kafir school. You got to make it a priority to get to these Muslim Islamic classes. And we have to understand that real faith begins with questions that every soul must ask, such as, where did I come from? And who do I belong to? And the Quran answers these questions, not with mystery, but with unshakable logic that's designed to resonate with the fitra of your soul. Allah gives us these answers of where you come from and who you belong to. Allah lets you know that you came from Him. From Him did you come from, and unto Him shall you return. And Allah also lets you know that you can return back to Him in the blink of an eye, when you least expect it. So you should never put your guard down. You have to always be on guard. because you never know when Allah will call you back to him. That's why you have to be regular and consistent in learning about Allah and this religion. So the Quran builds belief in Allah, and the Quran will help you to allow the seed of faith to take root and grow, because the Quran lets you know that not only must there be a creator, but there is a creator. The Quran lets you know that this universe did not just come from nothing, that this universe did not create itself. As Allah says in the interpretation, the meaning, were they created by nothing, or were they creators of themselves? The Quran lets you know that Allah is the creator of everything. Okay, so, by staying on board with your knowledge of Allah, these type of questions that your personal jinn will throw to you to try to knock you off your game, to put doubt in your heart, to try to confuse you and to take you back to that dark place, it won't happen as long as you are regular and consistent in performing your obligations to Allah and seeking the knowledge of him. Also, to help the seed of Tawheed grow, Allah, through the Quran, lets you know that the creator can never be like the creation. As Allah says, in the interpretation of the meaning, is the one who creates like the one who does not create? Will you not then remember? Once a person accepts that there is a creator, the next step is to know who he is and who he is not. The Quran clarifies that the creator is completely unlike his creation. He is not limited by time. He is not limited by space or need or form. He does not resemble human beings. He is not born, nor does he beget. He does not live in people, nor does he live in idols. His names and attributes, such as he is the all-knowing, he's the ever-living, he's the self-sustaining, they are all perfect, limitless, and majestic. So again, by being regular and consistent in learning about Allah and learning his religion, you will never question him, his existence, your purpose, or any of that. So that's why you have to stay consistent. A lot of new shahadas will come to me and they'll say, Sister Laila, why is it that I met a person that said they were Muslim for 30 years and then they apostated? What makes a person who was born Muslim leave Islam? Or what makes a person be Muslim for years and then they leave it? It's because they were not consistent in seeking knowledge of Allah. They were not consistent in learning their deen. Remember, your personal jinn, his job is to do everything in its power to take you to the hellfire. He hovers around in your heart when he sees that you're comfortable with yourself, thinking that you know all there is to know. That's when he's going to attack you the most. That's when he's going to pull you backwards. So these people stop learning. They stop studying. They become too content and too laxed. So their jinn took them out. Why do y'all think I sit here every day and put up with the fitna that I put up with, dealing with the shaitans I deal with, to teach the same thing over and over and over and over? Because it keeps me on my toes. It keeps me in remembrance of my Lord. It reminds me of my purpose, of what I was created to do. And it keeps me from lowering my guard, so that when Allah does, should Allah take my soul, I go out in remembrance of him. I go out on my tree of Tawheed. I don't go out on a tree of disbelief. Okay? All right. So I'm going to stop right here. Subhanakalahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Next week when we meet, I'm going to give you a quiz to cover what we discussed today, and we're going to speak more about planting the tree of Tawheed. We're going to speak about the next step. Are there any questions or comments? Go ahead. I'm going to open up this little thing here. If you guys have a question or a comment on this program here, you can get in that box. But be careful, because we're going to take you down. Be careful to kick a person out, Mina, if they get on there talking filth again.
All right, I got one thing to ask, Miss Layla.
Okay, go ahead.
Back up that last screen. I didn't get the screenshot that one.
The last one? Okay.
Yeah. The creator cannot be like.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to go back to it.
Oh, now my phone acts silly.
Where's the PowerPoint?
Yep, that's the one.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, you got it? Oh, okay. Okay, any other questions?
Everybody seems to be so quiet.
Yeah, and also, guys, we need donations still for the website. Please, guys, support this. Walaikum salam, brother. You got a question, brother Usama?
I really want to say some more eggs in the food.
Walaikum salam.
However, I asked you to bring him so I could buy it, and you never did. So again, I took the book to speak it on yesterday.
Oh, that book? I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot. Let me see if I can do it now. I'm going to do it now. I forgot because I got so tied up with the other classes. I'll send it today. I won't forget, inshallah.
Yeah, I just like work every 15 hours. I really want to buy that book.
Yeah, I'm going to write it down now. I'm going to write it. Yeah, I'm going to write it down now so I don't forget.
I appreciate it, sis.
Okay.
And, when you get that through, I was trying to come to the boxes. Then it gets a little more thin, whatever. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like stuff like that.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll send it to you right after this, inshallah.
I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Walaikum salam. Yeah, what's the question in there, you guys? Tina, did you have a question? I'm sorry, I couldn't see. Yeah, I'll send that to him in a few minutes. Okay. Did you have a question in the Zoom room? Oh, yeah, please, guys. Yeah, we need donations. Please support this dawah effort. We need donations, guys. for next week. We need $300 again for next week, guys. $300 donation for next week. Please support it. You can Zelle it, Cash App, or PayPal for next week. Yeah, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Monday. Is tomorrow Monday? Yeah, tomorrow we have this. Yes, Dr. Jamali's How to Pray class. That's tomorrow. Yeah, that is. That's going to be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, Brother Bilal, that's going to be tomorrow. You're right. I forgot about that. I'm glad you told me. Reminded me. Yeah, that's tomorrow at 7 p.m. Yeah, that the online book of Dr. Sheikh Albani's book. Yeah, Dr. Jamali will be teaching that tomorrow at 7. And yes, inshallah. I'm glad you reminded me. And don't forget, guys, next Friday, we have for the Islam Q&A special topic. I'm going to put that together tomorrow, too, because I guess I'm going to have to do that myself. Mina's topic on... hold on, let me look at it. I'll do it tomorrow. My head hurts too bad tonight. But Mina's topic on how to deal with Muslims who don't practice, and how to deal with families that's not accepting of a Muslim who does practice, or a family that's not accepting of a Muslim convert. Yes, that's going to be the topic for next Friday's Islam Q&A. I'm going to put that thing out tomorrow, inshallah. Yeah, that's going to be the special Q&A for Friday. And for the Q&A I did this Friday, y'all seen the shorts? Y'all like those shorts on the that I put out on the names of Allah that focused on Allah's mercy? Yeah, I see it. It's got a lot of views. Y'all like that? My answers, huh? Based on the Quran and Sunnah. Long as you base your answers on the Quran and Sunnah, you never go wrong. And all my answers are based on the Quran and Sunnah. Exactly. That's how we're supposed to answer. Long as we stick to the Quran and the authentic hadiths, you never go wrong. Right. Exactly. Okay, if there's no other questions, I'm going to log out for tonight. Yes, and I'll try to put that out tomorrow for the Islam Q&A for next Friday. And tomorrow we got my class at 6, Jamali's class at 7, and then we have my 9:30 class, the Hadith class at 9:30, inshallah. Okay? All right, guys, inshallah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to have to edit this one too. I'm telling y'all, it's getting harder and harder. That's why my head is killing me. All right, inshallah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum.